Before I get into this, I just want to make one thing clear. If you're one of those people that anytime someone mentions they see shadows, immediately comments, just delete the game, just delete the game over and over again. Fuck off. Do not watch this video. It is not for you. My AC is my favorite franchise in all of gaming, and the non-AC fans will say that the only good game is Black Flag. Maybe sometimes they'll also say Syndicate was good. And then you have the actual fans of it who, for the most part, will say that the RPG shit was when the games got bad. Me, I initially didn't like the RPG shit when I started playing Origins, but I got used to it and started to actually enjoy it. And then when Odyssey came out and they furthered the RPG stuff, I went back to the this is not Assassin's Creed opinion. But then as I went on, I fucking loved it, and Odyssey is actually my favorite game in the series. I actually saw there was like some sort of anniversary thing or something came up a while back that Ubisoft decided to sponsor a video by the Rap Rad, and he played through like the first hour of Odyssey again in 2024, and he said that the game still does really hold up. Which I haven't played it in a couple of years. It's been like I think the last time I played it was by 2021. Um, but I don't doubt that it doesn't hold up because I'm very nostalgic for that game. Um, but when it comes to AC Shadows, sorry about that. When it comes to Shadows, I've been trying to avoid everything about the game. Just because I want to leave it as a surprise for when it actually comes out. But I feel like I have no choice but to do this now. Just for a quick sort of rundown of what's been happening post Valhalla. They announced that they were going to start. I can only assume it's going to be the same as Call of Duty, where they're gonna just sort of. The game is going to become a sort of hub. And then instead of having all the new games individually, they're just on the hub. Um, and then the first two games of those will be called Codename Red and Codename Hex. Hex is described as going to be the darkest AC ever made, and it's about witchcraft. I believe the Salem witch trials, and it seems like a really fucking interesting concept for an AC game. I'm super excited for that. The other one they announced was called Codename, or I already said Codename Red. Codename Red is Shadows, and yeah, I know what's the point making this? Ghost of Tsushima already exists. It's going to be basically the same. Um, but then when they actually started showing stuff from Shadows, it seems that either the protagonist is black or just the player will have a choice to play them black. If it's the latter, then just don't play the game as a black man. If it's the former, then the thing with AC is that if you think about it in universe, which none of these people do because these people are not fans of AC, they just play Black Flag and then complain every single time a new game comes out. But in universe, when it came to the very first Animus, there wasn't much you could do. You had basically no freedom. Um, you had to play out Altair's life almost exactly the way that it happened in real life. But then, when it came to AC2 with the upgraded Animus, you had a bit more freedom. You had side missions that you could choose not to do. And there were shops and all that. And then, by the time we got to the RPG stuff, the Animus got so good to the point where you could sort of mod the Animus. For example, you can ride a unicorn in AC Origins. Obviously, Bayek never rode a fucking unicorn. But the thing that people aren't pointing out is that it isn't that Bayek is actually riding a fucking unicorn. It's that the Animus has been modded so that it's a skin, it's a mod. And also, something I want to point out is the fact that people will complain that, way back when the first game came out, there was a trailer where Altair had used a crossbow, and they were planning on putting the crossbow in the game. Well, they removed it because they said that they realized it wasn't historically accurate because the crossbow hadn't been invented yet. But then you cut the now where it's an RPG and you've got gods and all that. But I mean, the gods have been around since AC2. Like AC, here's what it is with AC. It is history happening, for the most part, the way that it did happen in real life. But it's a what if. What if the mythology was true? What if the Greek gods were real? What if the Norse gods were real? What if the Egyptian gods were real? And so on. Would that change history? Or would that explain some things that happen in history better than if we use scientific explanations? Now, as for the thing of there being a black protagonist in this, whether or not there actually was a black samurai, I don't know. Maybe there was. Maybe there's just this one black samurai, and this is the guy. I haven't done any research. I'm not sure. My friend knows a lot more about history than I do. I'll ask him later. But that's the only thing that people are saying about it. Just, he black. Which, I hate it. I hate that this is happening because I would have thought that in the year 2025, that when it comes to protagonists being black or a woman or something like that, that it doesn't matter. If the protagonist is black and that's it, it doesn't fucking matter. People were saying that, for example, What If was woke because you had an all-female team of superheroes in the last episode. But that's all it was. It was just an all-female team. They didn't make it about the fact that it's an all-female team. They just so happened to be all-female. There's nothing wrong with that. Because if you're going to say that that's woke, are you going to say that Ripley in Alien and Sarah Connor in Terminator is woke just because they're women? That's the thing. Is that we've gotten to the point where the average person can't look at something where the protagonist is a woman or black or gay or something like that without them immediately thinking, it must be woke, it must be shit. I'm not going to watch it, I'm not going to play it, I'm not going to read it. But let's give this a chance. Let's give one thing a chance. And let it be this. I was kind of hoping that they would do something different to differentiate it from Ghost of Tsushima. And so far, 21 seconds in the trailer, it seems like they haven't. I thought that the way that it was going to work was that it would be, this would be a mythology game. But I don't think it will be, because I think the mythology saga is done with Valhalla. And I thought that was going to be the main thing, that Tsushima is accurate to history for the most part, whereas Red / Shadows for the most part is that what if that I was saying. But it even looks like Tsushima, and I'm getting the same sort of vibe from this trailer that I was from playing the game. So far, as I said, I'm going to give it a chance, especially since I fucking love AC. But it's just, come on. That feeling is now gone. From this shot alone, I'll just go forward a bit. I didn't think it was gonna bring me back so far. I swear, when you rewind and it says like 5 seconds, it's not 5 seconds. It's more like 8 seconds. But anyway, just those last two shots, the last one where she's crouching, and this one, this isn't Tsushima. This reminded me more of. Sorry about that. But for some reason, these two particular shots make me think this isn't Tsushima. This is something else. There was a game on the PS3 called Mini Ninjas. Now, to be clear, Mini Ninjas is a very cartoony game, and this is a very serious looking shot, so I don't know why Mini Ninjas is the thing that is popping in my head when I look at this. But either way, I'm no longer thinking Tsushima. I'm thinking something else, so that's a good thing. People are going to look at this, and they're going to say, you know, they're just making him out to be this absolute badass because he black. And that's the problem with there being so much woke shit out there, that you can't have a black person being cool without everyone accusing it of being woke. This is not woke. This is just a character being badass who just so happens to be black. Now, whether or not it's historically accurate, and whether or not they did it because they want to have diversity in the game, it doesn't matter. It is not woke. To be clear in that last comment, the intention is not what makes something woke. Because there are a lot of times where studios will try to make something woke, but they end up making something based. Not to say that this is based, but it's just the intention is not what makes it woke. It is the delivery. And this is not, whether it's they intended to make something neutral and it is neutral, or they intended to make something woke and it is neutral. Either way, it isn't woke. To be clear about something, I'm not sure if I was saying anything, and I stopped. What had happened was I was in a party, and the only other guy in it wasn't talking, but then someone else joined and we were talking for a bit, and then I was saying like, I need to finish making this video, so I can't remember if I was making a point. And if it was, I can't remember what it was, and I doubt I will remember, so if I was making a point, then that's just gonna be left like halfway made, if you know what I mean. I'm sorry about that. Overall, this trailer is pretty average, and I don't mean that as in like mid, I mean that just as in generic. And the problem with people nowadays is that if something isn't unique, then it's just automatically bad, and that mentality needs to stop, because people will treat this on as like the same level of quality as something that is outright bad, like the Crow remake. I was trying to think of something that was getting a lot of attention and people were hitting on it that I have seen. I was about to say Borderlands, but I don't want to make a comment on that film because I haven't actually seen it. This is relevant to this game, but I was looking to see that the game is now available for pre-order again, and I was going to go see, the price and which one I was going to get, because I'd already pre-ordered the game, and I got the one that comes with the bonus expansion and all that, which I think was the middle one, because usually most games have like free versions. You have the standard version, which is just a game, maybe a little bonus thing. Then you have the deluxe version, which usually is just game, bonus thing, and the season pass. And then you'll have the like premium edition, which is like £100, and it's the exact same as the deluxe edition, but you get some skins. I don't give a fuck about skins, so I wouldn't get those. So I bought the deluxe edition. I don't see a deluxe edition here. All I see is the base game, which is £70, and the digital deluxe edition, which is £85. And I'm assuming that either this is just the deluxe edition, but they've added some things, or this is the premium edition and they've made it a little cheaper. But either way, they've just sort of, you know what I mean. I can't be bothered finishing what I was saying there. And then while I was looking, I also saw that Doom: The Dark Ages is available for pre-order, and I looked to see the screenshots that they provide here, and it looks exactly the way I was expecting it to look. Exactly the same as Doom Eternal. Like it's a medieval game, and it doesn't look all that medievally. I wasn't expecting it to. I don't mind it not looking like that, because I think it would be almost impossible to make it look like that. But I just wanted to point that out.